Hello, everyone. I suggest implementing a feature that will send an email to all our users on the first of each month with information about the most popular ideas in terms of likes. And for this, we need to acquire some new skills. First, we need to learn how to make our program do something not based on a front-end request, but based on time. For this, there is a technology called Cron. In this lesson, we will apply it. Let's start by installing this cron in our backend. So, install cron itself, and we will also need its types. Let's wait for the installation. And installing the types. And in the meantime, let's create a folder, and there we will store all our cron tasks, i.e., tasks that need to be executed at a certain time. Okay, and the content will be like this. So, first of all, ESLint is complaining because we use the word new, and we want to use it, so we're going to edit the ESLint config. For this, add here in the hand you have the rule disabling this rule. This rule exists because it's kept somewhere in the standard in TypeScript that we use, and here we mostly deal with disabling what we don't like or redefining its behavior. Alright, updated ESLint, stopped complaining. How does this work? I define the apply cron function. In principle, when I want to apply something to a project, I start with the word apply. Well, roughly speaking, how to apply this technology to the project. And I will need it in the future. In the future, context, because in this task we will, derive some ideas, prism context, and so on, so we will define it here beforehand. Let's apply this apply cron. We need to apply it when the server starts, so we go to the index.ts file in the backend, and basically, wherever. We call it here in the code, this apply cron. Well, let's say we call it here, apply cron ktx, and import it. Good. Now let's go through the contents. So calling this function in the index.ts file will execute this code. A new cron job is created, which we imported from the cron library. Then it is specified here how frequently this needs to be done. How to learn to write these kinds of constructs now, I'll tell you. For now, let's analyze what's going on here. That is, at 10 a.m. on the first of each month, a function can be invoked. Later, in the next lesson, we'll write an implementation here that will make a request to Prisma and send an email with the necessary ideas to our users. Here, you can specify another function that will be called when this function completes. And here, you can specify a delayed launch, or rather, make it so that this job starts when we trigger it, but we don't need that. We need it to just work immediately. Therefore, specify the function here. Now, how to write these constructs. There is a great site called crontab.guru, and here you can experiment. That is, if I set a star here everywhere, it would be every minute. If I put 0 here, it will be at the 0th minute, so every hour. Here I set 10, which means at 10 in the morning. And further, we see labels below indicating this is the day of the month. I say on the first day of the month, or I can on the 15th day of the month. I can determine the month, for example, only send in December. And there is also, what's important to know, such a construction. So, for example, *** means every minute. You can put /10 for every 10th minute, every 15th minute. That's basically all you need to know about this cron job frequency definition. All right, now let's check that it works. First, let's just specify here every minute. Let's look at our backend. It started up. The time is 19:21. When it hits 19:22, a message will appear here. But if you don't want to wait for that, you can actually specify seconds here. You can do it this way. And here it writes hello every second. If you're really curious to verify that it writes every minute, well, you can wait. Or, for example, every 2 seconds. Once, let's do 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. Well, yes, it all adds up. Okay, we've confirmed that our screen job works. It wasn't difficult, but it had to be shown. In the next lesson, we'll be writing our custom queries in Postgres. Thank you all. Let's move on.